So hopefully you guys are kind of getting some of this. I'll just get rid of all this. So, and like I said, and I noticed that there's actually a whiteboard on here already, and I have Notepad open. So I did catch that. So, yeah. So I'm just kind of getting rid of all of this. So, okay. Hopefully this all made sense. So I'm going to get rid of it now. Yeah, I just wrote that. So, yeah, TI is all about solving its own problems rather than everybody else's. Nope. Like I said, consistency. Basically, the consistency to wake up every day around the clock, and solve everybody's problems in the world. That is basically the objective that society's model person, to wake up every day, model human. Is to wake up every day and solve everybody's problems. And not only that, be passionate about it with this, and not necessarily worry about everybody's consequences. But, well, you could say that. Well, that's kind of another thing that you're doing, you know. And I'll kind of tell you about the dynamic of NE and SI. Kind of how it works is, okay, you have, and I think I'm kind of veering off here, but I'm kind of going off the cuff. I don't really have anything written down, so just kind of going with it. I was kind of having in my head that, okay, you want to do this, let's just go with it, just go. So my subconscious kicked in and was just like, let's go. So how this dynamic works is it's more of, okay, say something bad happens to you, like a hurricane, for example. Hurricane happens, and then you have the hurricane, and then you're thinking about, okay, I just had a hurricane. What can I do in the event with your NE? What if we have another hurricane? What if the power goes out? What if I'm not prepared properly? These are the questions that NE will just go on and on and on. What if I'm not prepared? What if it comes and I'm not here and whatever? And the storm happens to knock out this and knock out that, and what's going to happen? It's your fourth function is half in the shadow, so it's going to be kind of shadow based, like more of in your shadow is more of a paranoia based. It's paranoia. So any is skeptical of the intentions of others. So, and as it goes deeper into the shadow, it's worse and worse. So, to whereas if it's eighth, it destroys futures. So, um, some of the drink talking about, you know. So, like I said, you're like, well, what's going to happen? What if I'm not prepared? Well, SI goes, well, here I'll suggest this and this and this, and then you'll purchase them or do whatever you have to do, and then you're prepared. So that's kind of a side kind of dynamic of how SI and NE works. But like I said, this is society's model human, and this is the ISTJ once again. It's the ISTJ, and again, the ISTJ is the most common male of the MBTI. Most common. So, but yeah, anyone that are, you got ISTJs, you got INTJs, which these guys are similar to us, but they have TE and FI here. They also have SE as well. So these guys are, I'd like to say, you take any framework, you take any system, any like an essay someone's working on, anything. You give it to an INTJ, and they will solve it. It's more likely they'll be able to solve that for you. Like I said, you can kind of say they're people's external they're people's external problems whisperer. That kind of like that. Whereas we are people whisperers. My time is running out again. I got 7 minutes left. If that's spelled right. So it's because of this and this that we are. Looks kind of weird. And then we analyze it with our TI. But of course, we take in all the information with our SE, which is really the only reason, like it's the only it's the only goal of our SE, basically, is to take in the external information. It's the only purpose. So once we do that, our NI and FE takes in, especially if it's people, takes in all the information and gets analyzed by our TI. Or you could say the SE and FE. Sorry about that. SE takes in all the information, especially when it's people. TI analyzes it, and as it's analyzed, as we come to those aha moments, our NI gives them to us. NI gives us the aha moments when we reach that singular solution to the problem. So, yeah. But but like I said, back to TE. Basically, like I said, INTJs, they are like jet engine brained people when it comes to solving problems. Elon Musk is an INTJ. He's an INTJ. And with Elon, he woke up his NI and basically at the age, you could say TE as well. Because usually your functions like this, and these, some of them mature later in life. Some people like Elon, they have them a lot more mature, younger. You know, for example, Carl Jung, he was 10 when which he is an INFJ, and he was spiritually awakened at the age of 10. He was quoted saying, it felt like he was in the mist, and then all of a sudden, he was out of the mist, and he was able to see the world differently. I can tell you that is what it is like being spiritually awakened. You're in a mist, and then all of a sudden, you're not walking in the mist anymore. You can see clearly everything. Like, take a napkin roll. Like napkins you buy from the store, the long roll. Go outside and look at the sky and try to look at the sky through it. That's probably about the vision of the world that an ISTP has with their NI third. But if you completely remove the napkin roll and you just look, that is the vision of NI when it comes to the world. That is the vision of NI. And like I said about the ISTP, that is the ISTP with their NI third. The lower your NI goes, the vision is smaller for the future. Like if your NI is 8, you can't see the future. You can't see your own future. I would say the furthest you think about the future is probably 3 to 6 months, maybe. A year is stretching it. But that's about the furthest into the future that you think or have vision for. Some of you, some ISTJs, you guys let me know in the comments how your vision is. I'd like to know. I'd like to know. But yeah, later on, I'm gonna go over, the forward thinking, of NI, the future-based thinking of NI. I'll go over that later. But it has been an hour. I'm probably not done. I'm definitely not done talking about what I was talking about. But this recording is going to stop in a minute and a half. So I'm just going to stop this now and start another one.